You are watching Workplace English class for UW-Madison employees. Is your team using Webex for meetings at work? If yes, keep watching for help. Here are 6 words you need to understand today, and they will help you use Webex when you use your phone. For example, join, dial, passcode, mute, unmute, Q&A. Let's look at some examples. Join. Go somewhere to be with people. For example, I join my family for dinner. You can also join a class, join a party. You join people to do something. I can join a Webex meeting with my phone. How to do that is to dial or touch numbers on the phone. For example, I dial a phone number to call. Also, I dial other numbers to join a work meeting on Webex. I dial 3 different numbers to join Webex with my phone. I dial the phone number. I dial the access code. And I dial the password. Now, for all meetings in Webex, these numbers change. Every time you have a meeting, you must look at the new numbers to use. Also, sometimes people use different vocabulary for these different steps. For example, access code is the second set of numbers that you enter. On Webex, maybe people call it access code or meeting number. It's the same. It's a private number or a code that helps you enter the meeting. Also, a passcode in Webex is sometimes called password or attendee ID. It's all the same thing. It's the last step or the last numbers and letters or symbols that you add to go to the meeting. Let's look. Here is something you need to understand to enter the meeting. Can you find the pound key on this phone? When I call in a Webex meeting, I hear a person say, enter the numbers followed by the pound key. That's this. When you enter numbers, for example, the passcode 1234, you usually also need to enter the pound key. So that just means you dial the numbers and the pound key. Look carefully when you get instructions for how to enter the meeting. Let's review. Choose one word to finish the sentence. This is an example of a text message you can see about a work meeting. Here are the answers. Meeting tomorrow. To join the meeting, please call the number, then dial the number and the pound key. Enter the passcode. Again, you have a number and the pound key. Remember, every meeting has different numbers. You cannot save these and use them in the future. So now you're in the meeting. Can you see these symbols? If you see this, there's no sound, no audio. You need to call in. If you do not, you will not hear anybody talk, and no one will hear you talk. There's no sound. This means you are unmuted. People can hear you. The red circle means you are muted and people cannot hear you. Usually, during a Webex meeting, you should see the red microphone circle so people cannot hear you. When there are many people, it's very noisy, so keep the red circle muted. Also, you want to mute your phone. If you unmute or you do not do this, then people can hear what you're saying, what's happening in your house, all the noises in your space. So, for example, I mute my phone. I do not want to talk. I unmute my phone to talk. So that means there are two places that help you with sound. These buttons on Webex and on your phone, you need to find the symbols or buttons that can mute your personal phone. What do you see on your phone? Usually it's under the settings. For my phone, it looks like this. Okay, the last vocabulary. Q&A. This is a short way to say questions and answers. For example, We will save time at the end of the meeting for Q&A. That means for this part of the meeting, people will ask questions and get answers. If you are at a meeting and you have a question, this is the time to ask. For example, what, who, why questions. Let's review. Choose one word to finish the sentence. This is an example of what people want you to do at a Webex meeting. Let's look at the answers. Please mute your phones for the meeting. We will unmute everyone for questions at the end. You need to also unmute your phone. At the end, we will take time for Q&A. Please say your name and then ask the question. Speaking of questions, if you have any questions about this video, you can contact Cultural Linguistic Services, or CLS. Feel free to contact us with any of your language needs. Good luck!